Hi students, and now this is the assumption which we are taking for students t-test. What is the first assumption we are having? So in order to apply students t-test in a particular distribution, we need to check whether the sample that is drawn is a random sample. As we were mentioning, when we will tell that the sample is a random sample, if we are applying probability sampling techniques like simple random sample, systematic sampling, stratified random sampling, and if it is like that, then only we will tell that the sample that is drawn is a random sample, or otherwise we can tell that if the observations in the samples are independent, then we can apply students t-test. And then if the population standard deviation should not be known when the students t-test is applied, that is another assumption. And the last assumption is that, as we were mentioning previously, that even though we know that the sample values are not following a normal distribution because the size of the sample is less, but the population from which the sample drawn should follow a normal distribution. That is our assumption. That is the assumption needed for any students t-test. If the criteria has been satisfied like this, the three criteria has been satisfied, then we can apply students t-test. Now I will go through one problem so that the value is it will be more clear for you. So this is a question where we are having that 9 individuals are chosen at random from a population and their height are found to be 62, 72, 65, 67, 66, 65, 68, 70 and 68 inches. Discuss the suggestion that the mean height in the universe is 65 inches. So what they are telling, the mean height in the population is known, that is 65 inches. We want to check whether from the sample which we have selected or from the values which we have got from these 9 individuals, this can be generalized. 9 individuals which we have selected, there is any difference in the sample and the population. The population mean is 65 inches. So whether the sample inches also or the sample value that is obtained from the 9 individuals is similar to that of the population value. This is what we want to test. Or is there any significant difference between the sample value and the population value? In short, that is the simplest way we want to find, or we want to explain. So what we will write first, we will write the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? As we were mentioning previously, that in the students t-test we will always write the null hypothesis as mu is equal to, there we can see symbolically what is written as h0 such that mu is equal to 65 inches against h1 mu is not equal to 65 inches. We find whether it is equal to or not equal to. So there we are having the test statistic that is applied for a student's t-test is equal to t, that is always represented by the small letter t, which is equal to x bar minus mu divided by standard deviation divided by square root of n. Now we want to find with respect to this data that is obtained, we want to find the mean and standard deviation. Once the mean and standard deviation, so as usual where we were obtaining the mean and standard deviation, like this, drawing a table and we want to find the mean and standard deviation. So the mean obtained was 67 from the data, from the sample data, and the standard deviation obtained, or the standard deviation is obtained as 2.96. So now after obtaining the mean and standard deviation, we can substitute that value in this test statistic, students t-test statistic value. T is equal to 67 is the sample value that is obtained from the sample, or the mean value that is obtained from the sample. 67 minus 65 divided by 2.96 divided by square root of, how many individuals are there in the sample? 9 individuals are there in the sample. So square root of 9 is equal to 3. So that is how we obtain the value as 2 divided by 2.96 divided by 3, and the value you got at it as 2.03. Now this test statistic value is always followed by a term called degrees of freedom. So what do you mean by degrees of freedom? Degrees of freedom in this, always the formula is n minus 1. That means total sample size minus 1. So what is the sample size here? 9 individuals are there. So 9 minus 1, it is 8. So that is why degrees of freedom is, we are having n minus 1. That means 8 individuals, or 8 is the degrees of freedom. Now for every calculated value of test statistic, we will have a table value. So the students table value that is obtained at 5% significance level from the statistical table is 2.306, where we can see that T8 is equal to 2.306. You can see the first value. We are not going to the 1% significance level, only we are dealing with 5% significance level at present. So if the so this is the table value. What is the table value? 2.306. What is the calculated value we got? 2.03. So if the calculated value is greater than table value, we will reject the null hypothesis. It's always like that. How? If the calculated value is greater than table value, we reject the null hypothesis. But in this particular problem, what we have seen is that the calculated value is equal to 2.03. But that is less than table value, isn't it? Table value is what? 2.306. Calculated value is 2.03. Understood? So the calculated value is less than table value. So what we have, we need to accept the null hypothesis. So what was our null hypothesis? H naught such that mu is equal to 65 need to be accepted. So that is what we were telling in the conclusion, that the mean height in the population may be 65 inches, which is the difference that is occurred due to sampling fluctuation. That means there is no significant difference between the sample and the population value. Understood? So this is what the students t-test. That means the calculated value here, the calculated value is less than table value, so we accept. The rule is that if the calculated value is greater than table value, we reject the null hypothesis. But since here the calculated value is less than table value, we want to accept it. Just opposite of that. Reject in the opposite is accept only. Understood? So like that we have accepted the null hypothesis, which shows that the mean height in the universe is 65 inches itself. That means there is no further significant difference between the sample value and the population value. So the sample that has been taken is exactly taken from that same population. So this is what the working of the students t-test. Since this is I cannot show you the calculation, I am explaining it like this only. I will give you an assignment as homework. In that problem you can do the problem by yourself, and please communicate to me if you have any doubt.